Hey Creepies, what's shaking? I gather if you're watching this, you missed today's episode of Coffee Chat of Horrors. We are still in the month of February, the month of love. So this is Coffee Chat of Horrors. Eat your heart out Valentine. I hope you enjoy our discussion on Crimson Peak and then Return of the Living Dead 3. Get that popcorn, that chocolate, and that coffee, and that someone special you like to hold on to. And I hope you enjoy the show. If you like the content that you see, why not watch us live? If you can't watch us live over on mixer.com/reanimateher, then definitely make sure you keep checking out the VODs. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, stab that like button, and give us a comment down below. Turn on those notifications so you always know when I upload a new video. I will slash yous later and enjoy the show. Bye-bye. For those of you that have not seen Crimson Peak, here is the trailer. Let me know if you guys need it louder. Does it need to be louder?
Ghosts are real.
Okay.
That much I know. I've seen them all my life.
Would you be mine? Edith, this is my sister.
I don't think she's the right choice.
You have to trust me.
Thomas, your bride is frozen.
I'll run you a hot bath.
There are parts of the house that are unsafe.
What was that?
A house as old as this one becomes, in time, a living thing.
Morning, SSJ. Hope you feel better, Bumpiest. Take lots of vitamin C and echinacea. Pam and Kurt, thank you so much for the auto host.
Holding on to things.
Has anyone died in this house? Specific deaths? Violent deaths?
In your own best interest, proceed with caution.
Keeping them alive.
Look, it's
when they
Jack
shouldn't
Teller.
be.
If you're here with me, give me a signal.
She knows everything.
Do we have to do this? Must we?
Yes. You have no idea what they do.
What do you want? I have to leave.
You have nowhere else to go. This is your home now.
A great movie. It definitely is a great movie. It's called Crimson Peak, and you should be able to rent it on Xbox and be able to rent it on YouTube. I just want to say, Batman Goddess, thank you for the host. Mwah, thank you very much, and welcome to the Horde, Orage Nephilim. Welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. And Bumpiest, yeah, take that echinacea, get that in your system. I believe echinacea works really well. It's what I use. The Del Toro movies are, yes, they are dahi. They definitely are wonderfully atmospheric. I have some really cool research on the house. You guys seen the house, right, in this movie? That was built. They actually built it. 3 stories. 3 stories. They built that from the ground up, and it was it was kind of crazy. Kind of crazy, all the information that we have found and are reading on this story. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I was shopping, but instead of opening a new tab, it took me to the store I was shopping at. Really, Serial. Is that he shoves a love story? He does. Most of his movies are love stories, Dillinger. Dame, thank you for the host. Mwah, I appreciate it. Jester Lee, thank you for the auto host, hon. I appreciate that as well. Yeah, most of Del Toro's movies are love stories. Yeah. I will definitely agree with you on that. Sorry, I have to go and rest. Love you all. No worries, Bumpiest. You have a good day, hon. I know. Slash you later. So we are talking about Crimson Peak. It was released February 16th. No, sorry. It was released in 2015. I'm reading today's date. Love it, right, Tenacious? Right? But his movies are beautiful. Stories are usually beautiful as well. The budget for this film was $55 million. The budget for the film was $55 million. Opening weekend was $13 million, and worldwide $74 million. Thank you, Book. Thank you, Joey Jr. Thank you for that host. How are you, Joey? How is your day doing? I think for today, you guys will see it later. Yes, worldwide 74 million. So it took 55 million to create this movie. On the weekend, it obtained 13 million, and worldwide was 74 million. How have I never seen this? I don't know, Art. I don't know. It's a great movie. The story, I'm going to give you a little bit of the plot. The trailer, it's a great movie book. The story is set in the Victorian era in England. The film follows an aspiring author who travels to a remote Gothic mansion in the English hills with her new husband and his sister. There she must decipher the mystery behind the ghostly visions that haunt her new home. The film takes place in 1887 and 1901. So that kind of gives you the date of when this is taking place. If you had to meet one horror director or actor, who would you meet? Well, I haven't. The only one that I would really want to meet. Well, oh God, there's so many. Rodriguez, Tarantino, as in director, Stephen King, Robert Englund. Ash, thank you so much for the auto host. I do appreciate it. And Great Harrison09, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for that follow. If you are just joining us, we are doing Coffee Chat of Horrors, Eat Your Heart Out Edition Part 2. All of this month we were doing Valentine's Day because this is the month of love. So we are discussing Valentine's Day horror. Yeah, he would be one I would love to meet. I've met R.L. Stein. Hi, in our mom's basement. How are you? How are you? Right now we are discussing Crimson Peak. Del Toro creation. Del Toro's inspiration for this movie includes The Innocents from 1961, The Haunting from 1963, The Exorcist from 1973, The Omen from 1976, and The Shining from 1980. That's what his inspirations came from this show, and this show, you can actually see that in this movie. You can see a little bit of the inspirations of each of these movies if you've ever seen The Haunting and The Innocents. If you haven't, I highly suggest watching them. They are really cool movies, as well as The Exorcist and The Omen. Wouldn't it be cool if you had... I'm planning on that book. And Stephen King is so... His repertoire is so huge, like his whole thing is big, so it's going to be one show on Stephen King, and I would have to basically cut it down to 2 hours, right? 2 hours of information, and we know he's got so much info on him. The Sexorcist. Thank you guys for the sparks. Just a heads up, sparks on Mixer as well with Embers are broken this morning. They are aware of it, but just a heads up, okay? I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Sure Cat, thank you for that host. You don't like him? I don't know. Heavy doesn't watch his movies, so I don't understand how Heavy doesn't like him. But we have a lot of... This is a beautiful picture of this. This artwork here is a fan-made poster. Fan-made poster. So production of this movie took place in Ontario, Canada, and mostly on a soundstage. And the full-size mansion was built. He built it at Pinewood Toronto Studios. Del Toro wanted a specific type of look to the mansion, and he created it because he's a bitch, anti-gun, anti-freedom, libtard Hollywood twat. Ah, okay. I gotcha. I am doing great, Surecat. How are you? I thought this was really cool. One, it was made in Ontario, Canada, and it was made to look like Victorian England in that era, right, from the 1800s. The mansion in the film was 3 stories high and had a working elevator. Del Toro refused to use a green screen elevator and wanted each level of the house to have a different feel. The 3-story mansion called Alder Hall took a full 7 months to build, and Del Toro put a crazy amount of detail into its design. He had furniture built in 2 different sizes to more effectively portray how the characters were feeling at certain times. So he wouldn't do this movie either if he couldn't have the place built. He was very stubborn on the fact that it needed to be his vision of the mansion, not something that was set up, not something that was already done. He needed it to be exactly what he envisioned this mansion to be about. Oh, I know. I want the house. It is a little too much to ask to live in a creepy gothic house. Right, Dillinger? It's not too much. I'd love it too. It's a beautiful house. I don't know who the hell you're talking about. Yeah, that was set for this movie was Masterclass. Yes, definitely. James 6153, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. This is why we don't speak about politics. Yeah, I used to love her, and then she spoke. Who did you used to love? I missed who this is. That's why. Oh, Alyssa Milano. Yeah, she's a stupid twit. Yeah, she's a twit. But 3 stories high, guys. 3 stories high and a working elevator. Took 7 months to build this mansion, and he had the furniture custom made just for the movie. Just for the movie. Toro had created a massive chandelier built for the house that took over 4 months to create. So you guys have, if you've seen the movie, you would know that there is a ginormous chandelier in it. That took 4 months to build. The studio told Toro that to create such a prop would cost too much for their budget, so Toro instead agreed to pay half out of his own pocket so he could keep the chandelier. He did this with the most of the props he wanted to keep because the studio would auction them off the expensive props for less money. So everything he created, he actually paid in half. So the chandelier, the furniture, all of that, he actually paid half so that he could take it, and the movie, the theater would not be able to sell it off. Which is, I think, is very smart. That's what makes Del Toro movies so beautiful. He has an amazing eye for detail. He definitely does, and that is the reason why they're beautiful. Joey, you need to have a space between that heist and the 10,000. Oh, I could just imagine Miss Chicken Arms. I mean, he wanted to build the mansion, and it took them 7 months, and he built it to his specifications. And the same thing with his chandelier that he built. 4 months just to create that bad boy. And he created it from his own vision, not from something that he's seen, just from his own vision. Apache Huntress, mwah. Thank you for that, host, hon. How are you doing? How is your day treating you? And you know what? Maybe we go like this. Where is it? Where is it? I'll do it in color so you guys can see the new background. But that's what it looks like in a smaller. What the fuck? Spend all day, added color lights, and you go black and white? I know, I'm going to color. Hi kids, how are you? That's, I need to make a special alarm to remind me. I can't keep missing these. We just started. We just got going here. How are you doing, Kit? Well, we both worked hard. Heavy did all the hard work. I didn't do any of that. We were all talking about houses we would love to live in last night. I'm the only one that didn't pick a scary ass house. No? I would love the Charm House. How are you doing, beautiful Apache? How is your day going? What the fuck? Spend all day adding colored lights and you go black and white. I know. We're here. We're colored now. You chose Scarface's house. Yeah, wow, yeah, that's a kick-ass house as well. What noise? What is what noise? I'm great. How are you? I am doing wonderful, Kit. I am doing wonderful. I am recording this coffee chat of horrors and I'm going to edit it and put it together. So you guys are going to see some areas that are going to be missing. And that's just me editing this coffee chat of horrors. I'm trying to get it. I keep hearing something sound like a blowing into the mic. You guys hear that? I don't hear anything blowing into the mic. There's nothing blowing. Is there a horror movie franchise you'd recommend for someone that has never watched a horror? Okay, never watched much horror. I would start them out with Stephen King. If you're not sure how they're going to react to horror movies, if especially if they're young, start them off with some Stephen King, work their way up. You don't want to get them right into the slasher franchise or paranormal franchise right away. The Exorcist is another good one I would ease them into. Rosemary's Baby would be another one, but I would definitely go into the Stephen King franchise, the Stephen King world, and get them there as well. I went with the Haunted Mansion house from The Ride, followed by the house from Clue. Oh, I would love to live in the Munsters or the Addams Family home. So you don't hear it? Maybe it's sweet. Maybe it is, babes. Maybe it is. I know I need a new mic, and I know that's what we're going to go for. And I'm going to get a Rode mic. I just got to save up for one. Well, welcome and good morning, Channel 1. Welcome to Coffee Chat of Horrors. I am Reanimate Her, and we are discussing Crimson Peak and Return of the Living Dead 3. Yeah, I would definitely start them off with like Stephen King. It eases them into suspense thriller and the paranormal all in one. My mother let me watch Pet Sematary in grade 2. I was afraid to go into the woods for a while. It would definitely depend on how old they are, right? It would depend on how old they are and what you should get them into. The Shining traumatized me as a kid. The lady in the bathtub. Oh my God, yes, that lady in the bathtub is creepy. That mic is awesome. I'm hoping to get one for myself. I'm saving up for it. It's $150 Canadian, and well, before taxes and before shipping. But it's something that I'm working on getting. My first was It took me a while to sleep properly again. Yes. So Kyle, what is the age group that you are looking at? Because then that can better give me an idea of what you want. I started my spawn off on R.L. Stine, Christopher Pike, and the books, and then the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and then I worked their way up to Stephen King. From Stephen King, they went into a little harder, and now at the age of 14, she was able to watch the Friday the 13th franchise. Neo Gambit, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. I have seen all of them except for the new one, Annabelle. I just showed the neighbor's kid Goonies last night. Yes, that is a classic, man. Sea Bear, thank you so much for the auto host. Much appreciated. The Goonies is great. Have you actually seen Goonies Chunk at EB Games? He's 18. He's just avoided it, and now. Okay, so Kyle, start him off with some Stephen King. Throw maybe some Exorcist, some Rosemary's Baby. You could do Maniac. It's kind of strange. Friday the 13th franchise, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween. I would start off with Halloween first before Friday the 13th. Halloween's a little easier. Chunk and Sloth, yes. Carrie was my first horror movie. King Ray Ray is a great horror movie. Gotta support my fellow night terrors. Thank you so very much, Neo. Exactly to the night terrors. Gotta support one another there. There's not a lot of us, hey? I think we're outrun by the Dreamwalkers. I think I have Freddy vs. Jason buried somewhere. That's a great movie for Jason. But if they don't know the story behind Jason or Freddy, it's not worth watching right away. Definitely, Kyle, if you want to show them Jason vs. Freddy, watch the first two, part 1 and 2 of Friday the 13th, and then at least one of Nightmare on Elm Street to kind of give the idea of the backstory of Jason vs. Freddy. Metrius, thank you so much for that retweet. I appreciate it. Heavy likes Freddy vs. Jason. Del Toro movies can be long, and they're beautifully done. And if you don't like the paranormal, You know. Oh my goodness, art by Galen. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Neo Horde. Get that sub hype, get that sub hype, get it. Thank you so much for that sub hype, much appreciated.
Art by Galen, thank you so much for sacrificing the soul of Neo Gambit to the Horde.
How do you do the sub hype, hon? Exclamation point sub hype. Exclamation point sub hype. That's all you got to do. And try not to break chat too bad, because chat on Mixer is breaks very easily, guys. So be careful. Now Neo, your beautiful name gets put onto the sub coffin, and it stays on this sub coffin. So let me just pull this up here so I can get your full name. All right, and I got a new marker. Have I seen hide and seek? No, not yet. Teagle, nah, she is not here. Miss Chicken Arms Regal is not here. Gee, no shit, but how do I spam that? Arrow, up arrow, enter, up arrow, enter. But again, if you type something, it's going to do that one. It's either that or Control C and Control Paste. There you go. But again, if you do that, it's going to do the last thing. As Dylan Jabang says, Neo Gambit, you were gifted a sub. Refresh yourself and you get used. Exactly, you get to use a bunch of the best horror emotes on Mixer and a cute zombie kitty badge. Oh boy, if I had $1 every time somebody put my name on a coffin, you'd be rich, because this is my sub coffin. And we're going to add your name to it right meow. Art by Galen. Mwah. Thank you so very much for that gifted sub. Let's see, Neo underscore. Oh no, not an underscore. It's a dash. Gambit. All right, let's show you your name. Let's show you your name. Today's subject is Crimson Peak and Return of the Living Dead 3. Genosaurus Rex, thank you for that host. Sam Dragonborn 1, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. Neo. There is your name forever immortalized on the sub coffin. It'll never come off. Yes, the up arrow, that is how Metro has taught us how to speed spam. I feel like the house on Neilboat Street could be really homely if it was renovated. Probably could be better. Yep, Cranky passed away 2 years ago. Hi, Dargor. How are you, darling? Egg, thank you for gifting a sub. Gifted a sub to Kyle Hole. Metro is Dargor. Thank you for that host. I was about 5 years old joining. I was 5 years old. Thank you so much, guys, for that hype. Thank you so very much. AKOG, thank you for gifting a sub to Kyle. Kyle, are you on my sub coffin, hun? Let's do a search. I don't believe you are. I don't believe you're on my sub coffin, Kyle. Yes, check out the spam upgrade, eh? It's because new horror movies go for gore and not scares. New horror movies don't go for gore. There hasn't been a really good gory horror movie in years. I mean, I'm a gore whore, hands down. The gorier, the better for me. And I will tell you, there has not been any new horror movie that has been gory enough for me to say, oh my god, I love it. So Kyle, I'm gonna get your name on the sub coffin.
HOG, thank you for sacrificing the soul of Kyle Hope to the Horde.
Rob Zombie films are good movies. They definitely are, but this is not really this year movie. 3 from Hell was created in 2019, sorry. It was a great movie. It just wasn't gory. His last gory movie technically was 31, which wasn't even that gory. Before that was House of a Thousand Corpses, which I think was one of his goriest ones besides the Halloween reboot. I'm hoping, Kyle. I'm hoping. Yeah, he passed away October 2018. I think a lot of the new horror movie is... The new horror is weak. I will guarantee... Halloween 2018, weak. They had a couple of good kills, but don't get me started on that movie. And I'm not overly impressed about the second one. Mino, mwah, thank you for that host. I gotta wait till I have more. Nadra, don't you even worry about that, hon. I still love your face. It's all good. You've never got to see them? Kitch, you need to see it. You need to see it. Airy Fish, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. Now, Kyle, let's get your name on here, my friend, before I forget, because I forget. Kyle Hope. Here we go, Kyle. Your name is now forever immortalized on the sub coffin, and it is right there. All right there, Dylan M. Mwah. Thank you for that host, hon. I appreciate it. How are you doing? Ooh, don't forget exclamation point morgue, guys. Exclamation point morgue gets you 10,000 limbs every hour on your hour. The person with the most limbs at the end of the month gets to win a prize. Desire, mwah, thank you for that host, Desire. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. But oh, Heavy Scene's not on here. Yep, it's not on here. But his sound is. The last horror movie I saw was The Pacifier. Being stuck in a house with those creatures and being forced to protect them. Vin had me on the edge of my seat. I don't think he was gonna make it. It's a good movie. Good movie. Hold on. Things are going by quickly. I gotta read here. Finally managed to catch one of your streams. How are you doing, Sleep? Sleep Runner Inc. Hope your Sunday is going well. We need a new werewolf film. I want a hella gory transformation. People have been sleeping. Kyle, I completely agree with you. We do need a great werewolf movie. We haven't had a good one in a while. Desire, how are you? Happy Sunday. Yes. We can make it about an American that is so depressed because the Canadian side of Niagara Falls is nicer and he goes crazy killing spree. I have joining. I have. Having a headache, but otherwise great. I hope that headache of yours goes away. Mr. Hatman Xbox. Mwah, thank you for that host. Nidra. Mwah, thank you for that host. Good morning, darling. I am doing wonderful, Desire. I am doing wonderful. For those of you that are just joining us, this is Coffee Chat of Horrors, and today's edition is Eat Your Heart Out. We are talking about Crimson Peak and Night of the Living Dead Return of the Living Dead Part 3, Night of the Living Dead. Late Phases was an interesting werewolf movie. Yes. There hasn't been a really good one, though, like, in a while. Well, they are planning on re-diverting the falls this year to clean up the rocks. And oh, really? Interesting. So we are discussing Crimson Peak, and I just told you guys how long it took to build that giant chandelier. It was 4 months. The mansion was built specifically for this movie, which was 3 floors with an actual working elevator. Del Toro initially wrote the screenplay in 2006, and then the reaction was to shoot the film in its existing house. But Del Toro said he would produce that version, but he would only direct it if they could build a house from the ground up, because it was an important character in the story, and it had his idea of what he wanted for the house. So this was released in 2015, but he wrote this back in 2006. But again, he said that in order for him to direct it, he needed the house built from the ground up. Yes, Whispers, yes. Mixer is having issues with Sparks and Embers. Gamer Sass, thank you for the retweet. I appreciate it. Yes, Sparks and Embers are down. Yeah, Clean the Rocks is a waste of money. I don't know how Mixer is going to be. I know they're working on it. I know they're aware of it. That's why my Spark patronage says 0. I don't know when it will be fixed, and I'm assuming that the Sparks that you guys do spend on me, I will get them later on when they fix it. There are, yes, Ginger Snaps, but they're not new, and they're Canadian-made, Miss Chicken Arms. I love Ginger Snaps. I've seen it opening day in theaters. Circular Data, welcome to the Horde. Maddie, thank you for the auto host. Panda Bear, thank you for that host. Gullible Tickles, good morning. Thank you for that host. You're doing good, celebrating a big life achievement. That's amazing, Mr. Hatman Xbox. What's your achievement? DMCKI1102, thank you for the retweet. No worries, Whispers, just let the others know. Field Skate, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. Seven the Zombie, thank you for that host. And then you want to date Mixer? You're silly. I feel special, but I'm guessing there is a Crimson Peak before the one with Hiddleston. I don't know if there is one before. No, there isn't one before. He wrote the screenplay in 2006, but he didn't film it because he wanted that so basically in 2006 he wrote the screenplay for it. He brought it into the producers of the film, and they wanted it done in the existing house, and he didn't want that. He said, in order for me to direct this movie, I need the house built from the ground up. So the movie didn't come out until 2015. Mr. Hatman Xbox, congratulations, dude. 15 years being sober. That is an amazing milestone, my friend. Congratulations. Oh, that's your Twitter, Dylan? Well, thank you so very much. Definitely an applause, man. Definitely an applause on that. Yeah, Kit, it took 7 months to build, 3 floors with a working elevator. Yeah. That's a huge accomplishment. Sure, Kat, thank you so much for the tweet. I appreciate it, hon. There were no used or scrapped salvage parts for props in previous films. A lot of times, filming companies will take props from previous films and use them into this show. But Del Toro is known for purchasing and buying half of the props so that when the movie is over, he takes them. And that's what he likes to do. See you later, Channel 1. You have a great day. Silty Sumo, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. Bye-bye, Channel 1 and Reanimate. Are you leaving, Miss Chicken Arms? GG's on that heist. Yeah. So most of the stuff that he does on his sets, he buys so he can have them. Glenn, MC Glenn, thank you so much for the tweet. Mr. Q, thank you for the auto host. Oh no, saying goodbye to Channel 1 crew. Oh, okay, because I saw you tag me. I was like, wait, what? But it was okay if you had to go. Ake is loving giving out those hairy muskets. So the shooting schedule for Crimson Peak was 68 days, which is significantly shorter than Del Toro's other recent films. Pacific Rim in 2013 was 100 days, and Hellboy in 2004 was 135 days of filming. Crimson Peak was only 68 days. That's my favorite cover of Crimson. I think this is a pretty one, for sure. Ake is out here rubbing his musket on everybody. So, it's just gotta go with it. You'd have to pry my cold dead grip from the laptop to get me away from Coffee Chat of Horrors. I appreciate that, Miss Chicken Arms. Need to go wash your face with bleach. I agree, Tenacious. Ray Hooks, thank you so much for the retweet. I do appreciate it. Okay, so, though Benedict Cumberbatch and Emma Stone were initially cast, Tom Hiddleston and Mia Wasikowska, I can't pronounce her last name, man, well, Del Toro's next choices for those roles, respectively. Tom Hiddleston signed on with 72 hours of Cumberbatch dropping out of the film. So Cumberbatch dropped out of the film, and Hiddleston joined 72 hours within the 72 hours from that. So that was kind of interesting. Hi, Ace. How are you? How are you doing? Happy Sunday. Good morning, Swamp. How are you? Guest Bus 2010. Welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. Now, the film is more of a twisted love triangle between Mia, Tom Hiddleston, and Jessica Chastain than supernatural horror. Del Toro and Dan Lawson focused on contrast to highlight good and evil, innocence and corruption, love and hate. So this movie had more than just a love story to it. I like Emma Stone, but I can't picture her in this film. Yep. They made good soup. Good soup. Hi, guest. How are you? I am going to go and open up another artwork here. We're going to close that off. All of today's artwork also and tattoos, because we've got a couple of tattoos here to show you guys today, will all be in my Discord. So all of my research, the VOD of today's Coffee Chat of Horrors, which will be edited, and all of the artwork that you see here will be posted in the Discord channel, usually by the end of today. Normally the VOD takes me a day or two to actually edit and get on. So hopefully by Monday evening, you guys will have the VOD of this Coffee Chat of Horrors. Gus? Yes, it does, right? I don't know what's on this. I don't think many of the things for the regular show that we do is working. Thank you, Miss Chicken Arms. Thank you. I follow that tattoo artist. He's Amaza Balls, based in Salem. Yeah. I try to keep the names of everything on there. Killis Season, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. Zach, mwah, thank you for that host. I hope you are doing well. I am going through with Charles. It's been a while since your last tattoo. Yeah, I want a couple of new tattoos. Time for me to get my rearing gear. Hope y'all have a great day. Neo Gambit, thank you for stopping by. I will slash you later. You have a good day. This is the house. But in this tattoo here, you can see the face. I think this is done very, very well. This is a beautiful tattoo. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. Just a heads up, Mixer is aware of the issues of embers and sparks not working. Hopefully the sparks that are given to me will show up once they fix. Right? You and Heavy should come to Calgary. I'll get you a great deal. I would love to get some tattoo work done, Serial. Reaper does find the cool stuff, but Reaper did not work with us on this Coffee Chat of Horrors. He was very ill when we were doing the stuff for this Coffee Chat of Horrors, so he took a rest instead. So I'm hoping mine and Regal's artwork that we gathered would be just as good as Reaper's. Hopefully, I mean, we're not as good as Reaper 1923, but we did our best. Reanimator, the mother-in-law, bought me and Diva a new washer and dryer. It's being delivered tomorrow. That's why she's coming today. Nice book. GG's on that. Yeah, this tattoo is pretty freaking awesome. Yeah. Yeah, he was ill, but he's feeling better now. He's definitely feeling better now. I assumed these amazing finds were his. Ooh, nice. So we actually did a good job. Regal and I did a lot of these findings. This is, I think, besides the face one with the house, this is one of my favorite tattoos. I love black and white, black and gray tattoos. Most of the tattoos on my body are black and gray. I just find it elegant, black and gray tattoos. You got a dip? Just wanted to say hi. No worries, Ace. Have a good one. I will slash you later. Yeah, I think these are beautiful. One of these days, you don't have any book, hey? Nice. We don't have a lot of tattoos for this one. We don't have a lot of tattoos, but we do have some amateur cosplay, which I'm going to add. Normally we don't do any amateur cosplay, but there wasn't much on this show, so I wanted to bring some cosplay here, and that is what we're working with right now. This is from a convention. Scroto, good morning, sir. How are you? Thank you for that host. Reaper, there you are. How are you feeling today? Thank you. We tried to keep up with the Reaper. We tried. The detail on that shading, yes, I agree, Dahi. Stipple tattoos are really difficult to do well. Yes, that was a really good artwork there. Definitely. Tattoo virgin, ain't nothing wrong with that. You'll get it when you're ready, right? How's your weekend going there, Scroto? You guys didn't find the Mondo artwork? There wasn't much on this. Like and then again, we were searching the web for good quality photos. It's hard to find. We found a lot of nice artwork, but the quality was not there. Some of them were super tiny. Some of them were like super tiny, and it was a shame because I would have liked to use some of the artwork. Now let's get back in here. Jessica Chastain learned the piano for this movie and performed all of her songs in the movie by herself. So she is really playing the piano. She took classes to learn how to play. She had previously learned the bass guitar for Mama in 2013, where Del Toro was the producer. They had a cover on Birth, Movies, Death. Oh, okay. I didn't even see it when we were looking. This is pretty awesome amateur cosplay. Yes. All right, book. Love your face, hun. I will slash you later. Ooh, pancake, Sneaky Tiger. You need to make me some. You needs to make me some. In an interview, Del Toro said that the color red is associated with the ghosts. Only those linked to ghosts wore red. And that is what he thought, what he believed. A few more movies and Jessica can be a one-woman band. Exactly, Dillinger, exactly. You love the bass? Nice. A Family Guy, exclamation point, brains. Exclamation point, brains. We had pancakes last night for supper, heavy-made pancakes. They were delicious. And here is another amazing amateur cosplay at a con. I think this is really awesome. No, cereal, they were not. We eat pancakes. The final scene in the film from which the opening scene for the film was taken, the film filmed on a soundstage with the actual prop machine, fake snow and fog machines. Del Toro enjoys putting his characters into a complete space as possible. So he wanted his actors to be in that space, in that time, at that point in time. Googs, thank you for that host. Hi, McGlenn. How are you? So he likes to put his actors in that space as much as possible, so as to elicit very real reactions from them. This is the reason for him also having an actor play the parts of the ghost. So the actors would actually have a body to interact with. Mia said in the interview that it was very disorienting because it was really just all white everywhere, and being in that space helped her really to portray the anxiety and dizziness of that scene, which is the ending scene. Retweet. Hi, Chase the Dead. How are you? Verbal Scroll. Welcome to the Horde. Thank you for that follow. Much appreciated. If you are just joining us, this is Coffee Chat of Horrors, Eat Your Heart Out edition. We are discussing Crimson Peak, and we will be discussing Return of the Living Dead 3. Kit, thank you for that host. Much appreciated. So, the ghosts in this film were real as well. The added cinematography that you see as well in the ghosts are also actors. He wanted them to have an actual body to talk to. You're doing well. That's amazing. And you woke up and your first thing to do is to come here, Googs. Hey, Angel, thank you for that auto host. I appreciate it. You're the god of cookery. I'm gonna get hungry. We can't talk about food. So if you have to get up, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to do, here is our intermission before we get into Return of the Living Dead 3. So if you gotta go do something, do it. Meow. You guys got a few minutes before we head right into I Love Your Face, Arts by Galen. Thank you. You get your lurk on. Googs, how is the rest of your weekend? Devi, thank you for that auto host. Oh my god, I didn't know Return was doing another movie. No, Chase of the Dead, they're not doing another movie. We are discussing Return of the Living Dead 3. Did you not see Living Dead 3, Return of the Living Dead? Chase of the Dead, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for that follow. Chase of the Dead, Return of the Living Dead has a couple of stories in the franchise. They really wanted to go on and do another one, do a sequel to 3, but that never happened. Hi, Gavin. How are you? I saw the first 2 and didn't catch the others. So Chase, if you want, have you heard of Tubi TV? Tubi TV is amazing app. You can get it on your Xbox, your PlayStation, your PC, and it is legal streaming. and it's free. You can watch Return of the Living Dead 3. It is on Tubi. It's, I think, one of the best out of the franchise. It's Hockey Day in America, so just another Sunday for Canada. It is morning, just another day. You're doing good, Gavin. I am so glad you're doing well. Do we want to do a giveaway for some brains? Everyone hungry for some brains? Let's do a giveaway for some brains since we are on a quick little break. It should work. We should have a pixel give. And the pixel give is not working. So while we're waiting, we're going to take the break. I'm going to go on to the intro scene, and we will see if we can do a pixel give from there. I'm not 100% sure why. So here is our other screen, our main screen. It's working. I don't know why it wouldn't work on the other scene. I do have it on the other scene. Why this is going though, guys, I'm going to run and use the zombie room because coffee, man. Coffee. So now is your time to take your break. GG's, K, GG's. Everybody gets limbs. Double the amount. I like my coffee black just like my metal. Same here, morning. I like my coffee black. Nothing in it. Coffee makes us poop? No, coffee makes me pee. Oh, every time. Turn off my mic. Why? My bathroom's in the in the living room. You ain't gonna hear nothing. Unlike others who take their controller into the bathroom. Oh, I know Batty's story, but see, mine's downstairs, so. Redeem, place a sticker on my body, middle finger, second knuckles. How big and long do you think my toes are, Ake? I will definitely put one on there for you. Who quoted mindless self-indulgence? I like my coffee black just like my metal. Can I give you... Oh, of course you can, Mr. Hatman. I don't take offense to those. I do. I have tiny toes, baby carrots. Oh, this is finger? Oh, middle finger. Second knuckle? Hair on right? I don't have any hair on my knuckles. I'm hairless, Ake. I'm hairless. Oh, because Ake has a fetish with them? Otto takes his to the bathroom? Yeah, see, I don't take anything to the bathroom with me, and you can't hear anything anyways. Poisoned gland 2020. Second knuckle, yeah? Okay, second knuckle. That's 1, 2. Ake, there you go. Altered Comics, thank you so much for the auto host. Barrel Sign, welcome to the Horde. Thank you so much for that follow. If you are just joining us, we are on break of Coffee Chat of Horrors. Everyone's getting a refill in coffee. Also, everyone is getting to run to the bathroom really quick. So we are taking an intermission from Coffee Chat of Horrors. Place a sticker on the body card. Here, put it on the second toe since the Horde wants it. I will definitely put it on the toe, and I will take a picture for you, Ake. Ake's got a, Ake's got a sticker toe fetish. Let's get our minds out of the toilet and the gutter, right? You look just like Morticia from the Addams Family. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to get into some Coffee Chat of Horrors. We're just going to quickly change the rating of the stream to 18 because we are going to watch a trailer For those of you that have not seen Return of the Living Dead 3, we are going to watch a trailer. Hustler voodoo is okay. I don't practice it. I know a lot about voodoo and its origins, as I did it. One of my very first coffee chat of horrors was about voodoo and zombies. That moment when your blood sugar is so low that coffee chat of horrors becomes a chocolate milk of horrors. Yes. Grab your favorite drink and come and hang out with us. I'm in the wrong industry then. I've got fat feet with baby carrot toes, according to Dillinger. I'm definitely in the wrong industry. If that's the case, people pay big money. Oh, Voodoo Vegas is another thing, yeah. The best way to communicate with the dead? By holding seances. It is a very sad love story. I completely agree with you. A very sad love story. So I have just changed the age of the show, guys, just because we're gonna go watch a trailer for Return of the Living Dead 3, and I agree with you. It is a sad love story. I enjoyed this movie tremendously. It was a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly suggest watching it. This trailer will kind of give you some spoilers, though. I will tell you that. But lately, what trailer doesn't? Super bad SB. Thank you for the auto host. Much appreciated. You do not have fat feet. You have them baby carrot toes, though. I do have baby carrot toes. Well, my feet aren't. Well, when you see them up in the air like that, when I take the picture, they're not pressing down, so they kind of look thinner. You know how you're standing up, you always look thinner, but when you sit down, it just all widens out? Yeah. Battle Yoshi. Mwah, thank you for that host, darling. Judea Lion, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. Good morning, Battle. If you are just joining us, this is Coffee Chat of Horrors, Eat Your Heart Out edition. We are now going to watch a trailer. Hi, Night Jammy. Hustler Unknown, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. We are watching the trailer of Return of the Living Dead.
They vowed to stay together forever, that their love would never die. But their pledge remained untested.
Night Jammy, thank you for that host time. Mwah.
Until they went looking for a thrill and stumbled on the chilling fact.
Let's proceed.
That even the dead can go on living.
Came back to life. We gotta get out of here.
And tonight, fate will put their promises to the test.
Oh my God.
Now that she's dead, he's frightened to live without her.
So do I.
Her back is
One of my
terrifying.
favorites. I own most of the Night and Return of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead franchise.
Do it again.
Contain it, damn it! Seal it off now!
Is that what I'm gonna become?
These poor dead bastards crave brains.
She bit me. She gave you something bad.
I feel so hungry.
Hi, Cheese.
Never find you down here. What have you done?
If she attacks him, he becomes like her.
I just get a little confused sometimes.
Love never dies.
And that is the trailer of Return of the Living Dead 3. It is a great movie. It is a very sad love story, like Hannibal said earlier. It is a great film. It is on Tubi TV. If you have yet to see this movie, you can check it out on Tubi TV for free. Tubi TV is a legal streaming service. They have over 1,500 horror movies. Mind you, some of them are really bad horror movies, and others are really good horror movies on there. Yes, and we have some really cool artwork for you guys today, and since things are covered, we can show you most of them. We did have to edit some of these images, though. Hi, Base, how are you? No, unfortunately, Mixer has some issues right now with Sparks and Embers are broken. And hopefully they will, the ones that you guys are spending on me, hopefully they will retroact and they'll show up in my stream here. Candyman is a love story kit. And there is a new Candyman in the works, Candyman 2020 of June of this year. Tony Todd is going to be in it. Jordan Peele is directing it. I am doing amazing, Base Devil. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I see the crystal and it says 0 sparks. It's not doing anything for me on my end. But they are broken. They are broken. They are aware of it. Kill a season. Mwah, thank you for that host. I do appreciate it. So, cheese. Mwah, thank you for that host. I appreciate it. Yes, we will have a new Candyman June of 2020. Supposedly June of 2020. So, we'll see. I like Jordan Peele's vision on horror movies. I just don't really care for his horror movies, and I'm worried about Candyman. And the reason why I'm worried about Candyman is Jordan Peele has a very heavy political agenda in all of his movies. All of his movies. And if you don't realize it, then that's good for you, but I do. And I don't like it. Luke McVadden, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. If you're just joining us, this is Coffee Chat of Horrors. Can you help? I have a crystal and my crystal broke. Yeah, the crystals aren't working. Zinc, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Cool Breeze, welcome to the Horde. Thank you for the follow. This film was released in 1993 in USA and Japan. The budget for this film was $2 million, and they only raked in worldwide $54,000. Yeah, Peele wrote and produced, not directing, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he wrote it. It doesn't matter if he's producing it. It's still going to have his undertone. So we'll see. We'll see. I will be on the fence. I will see it in opening night, but I will still be on the fence. I'm not familiar with the films he's made. Us and Get Out. He also is the man behind the Twilight Zone, the new Twilight Zone. It's not really a remake. It's all new stories in the Twilight Zone. Jordan Peele is behind that one as well. Mixer is having some issues, yes. I'm hoping they don't ruin Candyman. Hopefully not. But I haven't been impressed with any of Peele's movies. That's just me, though. That's just me. Hi, Dark. We are on the second half of Coffee Chat of Horrors. What, Hustler? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was about race, but that was going into it. It didn't have, and what I mean by political agenda is pushing his own political agenda. He did that in Get Out. He did that in Us. He does it now in the Twilight Zone. There is a political agenda in that where it does show separation of black and white, but he's not, in the original Candyman, they're not pushing their political agenda on you, right? Where in Peele's movies, he's pushing his agenda on people. And if you don't realize it, I'm glad you guys don't realize it, but for someone like me, I realize what he's doing in his movies. Good morning, Miss Blue. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. I enjoyed Get Out, but it definitely yes, it did. Heavy political. New Twilight Zone, do not watch it. You thought his movies? I don't watch the new Twilight Zone. If I want to watch the Twilight Zone, I will watch the originals. So no reason for him to change his mind. In his mind, yeah. Well, see, the thing is, yeah, she's a little chibi. Return of the Living Dead 3 chibi. Now, this is the zombie that you actually see in there. The death count on this guy is 17 bodies. 17 bodies. Julie's final zombie look required 100 different pieces and initially took 8 hours to apply. That's not including her glamour makeup. So the way she looked before she died, this is only talking about the zombie look that she did. 8 hours, 100 different pieces. It ultimately prepared, so the whole thing, it was ultimately pared down to 5 hours. We need a pop figure of her, Cannibal. It is definitely sci-fi, Blue. It is not horror. It is definitely sci-fi. That is why when we spoke about our sci-fi month back in November, we did the Twilight Zone and Outer Limits, because they are sci-fi. They are not horror. Not at all. But you can also consider some of the sci-fi being horror sci-fi, like zombie movies. To me, zombie movies are sci-fi. Most of them are made in scientific labs, which is science, which is sci-fi. They're all made by man. To me, it's a horror sci-fi. Mayers, thank you for that host. I do appreciate it. We definitely would need a pop figure of her. We need to make that happen. Nice, Kit. You do some amazing work, hon. If you want a horror, you need to watch Night Gallery. Yes, I'm going to have to watch Night Gallery. According to Brian Usna's commentary, Trimark did not require the film to use the same actors or have the same comedic elements as the previous two films, but they did require the zombies, including Julie, crave and eat brains. So Trimark, who was the backing for this film, now there are two others, 1 and 2. They are just as good. Definitely check them out. You can probably get them, rent them on Xbox or on YouTube. I heard they want to remake a horror version of Bride of Frankenstein with Angelina Jolie. I've heard rumors. I haven't seen any concrete evidence of this, though. Hi, Lacey. How are you? No, I don't. No, I don't, Dillinger. This here, I couldn't find much information on how they created the zombie split. My biggest thing that I wanted to find was the makeup for the zombies that they created. I did find some interesting information about the main zombie in the beginning of the film, and we'll get to that. And I thought it was hilarious of what they used. Brian Usna was disappointed with the lack of screen time for his previous female monster creation in Bride of Reanimator and wanted Julie to have a far bigger presence. So if you guys seen Bride of Reanimator, the bride really didn't have such a big presence on the film, and so Brian wanted a bigger presence for this film with Julie. It's all good. It's just interesting to see the franchise split with Romero and Russo had disagreements. Yes. How are you doing, Lacey? That's good. I'm glad it's healing up well for you. The makeup artist was Tom Raynone, claims Clarence Epperson, the first animated cadaver in the film, was a homeless vagrant who demanded more money and a limousine escort to the set as the shoot got closer. So you remember the opening zombie, the old man kind of guy? He's very pale, obviously dead, and he had the red suspender type of thing on him, holding him down. Scroto, I love your face, hon. You have a great day. The VOD should be ready by Monday night. If editing goes well. So the zombie that we see in the beginning, the one who gets shot in the head later on, is a vagrant. They got him outside. They seen him outside and decided to hire him on. And as his shoot got closer, he demanded more money and limousine escort to the shoot. I thought that was hilarious. Mr. Peck is the only one to appear in all 3 Return of the Living Dead movies. Scuzz in Return of the Living Dead and various zombies in Return of the Living Dead 2. Return to play a government agent in this film. Right, Base? What a diva. I thought that was interesting. A homeless guy gets a part in the movie. He gets money and he demands more money and a fucking limousine. High maintenance is right. An entire day of footage, according to the actor J. Trevor Edmond, was lost because the camera assistant never checked the gate, which means never checked to see if the lens was clear of hair or debris. So checking the gate is literally checking the lens of the video camera, making sure that the lens is clear of any hair and debris. And while they shot a section of this movie, and the lens was filthy. So an entire day of footage was gone. Smiles, thank you so much for the auto host. Yes, the sparks are not working. You guys are more than welcome to give them. I'm pretty sure they will be retroactivated once Mixer fixes. But embers and sparks are down according to Mixer. Send that limo to the train tracks and bring that dude back to the set, right? But could you imagine losing a full day of footage because someone didn't check the lens of the camera? I'd be pissed. That's money. That is money down the drain you are not getting back. It is a waste of money. J. Trevor Edmond, Kurt, he plays Kurt, believes it's his many portrayals of Romeo on stage that help him land his role in the film. Pro filming, yup. Someone got fired for that. I would say so, Base. I would say so. Yes, you are getting limbs. So for those of you, if you use the spark dump buttons, you obtain limbs. If you use any sparks, whether it's in the skills or the custom channel, you get limbs as well. So you get limbs for everything you do in this stream. It's feeling better. It started. Yeah, that's good, Lacey. I'm glad everything is feeling better. It is, Kit. It definitely is. I see them. I see them. And you should get a whisper. And this is another piece of artwork. Shortly after the film's release, Brian had expressed interest in writing a fourth Return of the Living Dead sequel. It was to have taken place directly after the events in 3, with the zombies having somehow escaped the military base and running amok in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, it never happened. And it's kind of sad. I think that would have been a really good ending to the franchise, with having to see the zombies, because we've seen in the movie where the zombies were getting out, right? They were getting out of the actual containment section. I would have liked to have seen a fourth, closing off the franchise. I would have. That would have been nice to see. One point in pre-production, James Karen and Don Calfer were offered roles in this sequel, but both actors declined it, which I thought was kind of strange. I mean, I thought it was a good franchise. I enjoyed Return of the Living Dead. I don't know who else here may have enjoyed that movie, but I thought it was a great movie. She is hot, Sailor. She is hot. But she is right there, right? That's her. And there is her another. This is artwork. This artwork here. 5 different FX companies, including Steve John's XFX, were used during the shoot due to the tight schedule and the number of effects in this film. This film had a shit ton of effects in this film, and they were on a tight filming schedule. Now, I'm going to tell you how long this film had a tight schedule. So not only did they have, usually you have 1 or 2 SFX artists on set. They had 5 different companies. 5. Yes, Base, yes. Which is a lot to have in one film. A lot to have in one film. Good morning, Voodoo. Actually, good afternoon for you, Voodoo Gamer TV. How are you? Happy Sunday. We're going to be getting to the small stuff here, and I'm going to zoom in. I will zoom in so you guys can see her better. This is artwork that is done. All the artwork and the research that Regal and I have done will be in the Discord. The VOD will be in Discord either later today or later Monday night. Sailor Moon, how are you, darling? Happy Sunday. There is one scene in here where the film had a 24-day shooting schedule, using 2 camera crews, 1 for principal photography, 1 for extensive second unit FX at Santa Clarita Studios in Los Angeles, with Melrose Place filming next door. So they were on a 24-day shooting schedule. Okay, 5 different FX group companies in there doing these special effects and practical effects for this film. Usually there's like one or two. There was 5 companies in this one show. Wasn't she in Buffy the Vampire Slayer first season episode's teacher's pet as a substitute teacher who was actually a giant praying mantis? You know what? She might have been. I haven't seen that episode in a very long time. The Switch is trash at saving games. We lost. Oh no, you lost all of your gameplay? That is horrible. That is horrible. I'd be so mad. 3 hours. Oh no. 3 hours lost and you were playing Super Mario 3? That's really shitty. And we are going to go on to our tattoos. We do have some tattoos for you here. Not many. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot of tattoos for this. But we had some really good artwork. That sucks. 3 hours of gameplay gone. Nuke Boy, thank you for that host. I appreciate it. The film was released unrated on VHS in addition to the R-rated theater cut. Yuzuna trimmed between 50 and 60 moments just to get it an R rating. When they went for the rating for this film, due to the racy scenes that were in this film, they weren't going to give it an R rating. It was going to be a XXX rating. He had to cut 50 to 60 moments from this film in order to get an R rating. Oily Dude, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Tonight is going to be fun for me as it entails some very bad singing on your behalf. Very fun. Very fun. She was in that Buffy episode. I don't know who asked. Okay, so she was Kit. She was in that episode. Voodoo Gamer TV. Thank you for that host. I do appreciate it. You are able to get the unrated. You are able to get an unrated video of this on Blu-ray. Trimark and Lionsgate DVD is heavily censored R-rated version. The uncut, unrated version has surfaced in 2016 on Vestron Blu-ray. The UK version is uncut and unrated version. So there are 2 versions of this. The fully cut and rated R version, and then you can get the unrated, uncut version on Blu-ray. Vestron is the company that is handing out that movie. Is anyone missing their embers? Yes, Fallen Angel, how are you? Good morning. Mixer has put a notice out that the embers and sparks are broken. Embers and sparks are down. So unfortunately, I don't think you could use them, and I don't think you can buy them, and you can use sparks, but they're not showing up. Simba Reggae, welcome to the Horde. Base, thank you for that host, hon. I appreciate it. Another glorious day, for sure. For sure. According to the writer in the original screenplay, the final act took place in a cemetery with a showdown between the zombies and the military, which then would have left off for the sequel from the events from the third one. And that was the original screenplay, but that did not happen. That did not happen. I thought it would have been a really good idea for a number 4 and leading off of the events, which would have been leading off of the cemetery showdown and leading right into what happened and how they escaped from the military base, but that never happened. Hi, Demon. How are you? This is a really cool tattoo. Yeah. I love the vampire tattoo in the background. 4 would have been cool, Miss Chicken Arms. And what they were thinking about 4 was to show you the events right after and the zombies breaking free. These had some gross zombies in them. These zombies weren't your Walking Dead type zombies. These were gooey, nasty. Ugh, zombies. I can guarantee you lots of KY jelly was used in that shit. Demon King Spage. Mwah, thank you for that host. At least I can't spend them all in one day now, right? Hopefully they'll be working tomorrow, guys. Hopefully they'll be working tomorrow. The welded metal exoskeleton worn by Riverman weighed 75 pounds and was designed by Tim Ralston. If you guys remember, there is a scene worn by the Riverman. He is in a welded metal exoskeleton. Yeah, 75 pounds. 75 pounds. Can you imagine wearing that on you? I mean, that's light compared to the Predator costume and the Xenomorph costume in Aliens, but still 75 pounds of weight being bared on you and wield, it's a metal exoskeleton. Again, if you haven't seen this movie, you can definitely check it out on Tubi TV. Kurt rides a motorcycle in this movie, and it is a Honda CB750 K7. Which one? Which one, Miss Chicken Arms? If you guys remember Santos, he was the one of the lead guys in the film On the Gang. Santos' car was a 1972 Ford Grand Torino. That is one of the cars that was used in the movie. Now, I do believe we have a cosplay. Perfect. We do have some cosplay. That is like a TV version. If I had 1,000, I would love to buy a proton pack from the Ghostbusters would look awesome in the background of the stream. Yeah, they would be awesome in the background of the stream. Thank you guys for those sparks. Again, the sparks are down with embers. And let's zoom in on this tattoo. There wasn't too many tattoos of this either. There's some cosplay, not a lot of cosplay for this movie. So we did our best in trying to obtain some of the artwork. The shopkeeper's van, which Kurt drives in is a 1973 Chevy van. If you've seen the movie, she is in the back there with a body and she eats it. That's the van that they steal, the shopkeeper's van. That is a gorgeous car, the Gran Torino. Yes, it is a nice car. It is definitely a nice car. But yeah. That is our information there on that. This is a tattoo of her. She's more green than I would like her to be in this tattoo, but it's not a bad tattoo. The lines are really nice, and I don't know how well you guys can see it on your end. But we do have a couple of other interesting things to show you. Let me reset here. And we've got some cosplay that we're going to go over. Not this one. Where is it? Okay, it's not showing you guys the one that I wanted to show. Weird. But here is some cosplay. It's pretty clear. Perfect. I'm back. I had to get more hot water for Katrine. No worries. Is she walking around more? There wasn't really much on tattoos for this. Gonna go play? See you later, killer. You have a good day. I will slash you later. There wasn't many tattoos on this one. But we do have some of her cool cosplay here. And this was not a bad cosplay of her. Hi, Zombie Guts. How are you doing, darling? We will end up doing our coffee chat of horror trivia. And then we're going to watch a couple of trailers for some upcoming horror movies that will be happening. I'm going to definitely take a look at that Antlers trailer to see if we can watch it here on stream. Not yet, Voodoo, not yet. It takes... I don't know what part of Canada your winner was on, but I am on the west coast, like in the prairies, not really full west coast of Canada. Sometimes it takes forever. Pew, thank you. Mwah, Pew, for that host. I appreciate it. Happy Sunday. I thought this was a really good cosplay, and I'm glad she's using a shirt to portray this look, because I would not be able to show you guys. There was lots of really cool cosplay, but I could not show it here on Mixer because of nipples. If you've actually seen this movie, you know how much boobs are shown into this one, especially when she reinvents herself as a zombie. She causes pain to herself to control the urges to eat her boyfriend. So that is why she puts the lip thing through. She's got spikes through her face. She's got shards of glass. She's got things weaved in and out of her collarbone, and she did that to cause pain. The pain helped her the hunger that she was having, because she did not want to eat her boyfriend. This one is a pretty cool cosplay. Yes. Those metal things in her shirt, that's supposed to be how big? No, those are supposed to be the metal hoops that she put through her. Like have you not seen this movie? Ake? So in this part, towards the end of the film, she goes really crazy with the piercings, and you actually watch her pierce her nipple with the hook that she's using, that she pierces it with. You see her braiding her neck when she does it as well. When I tell you the way she creates the pain in herself, so she doesn't eat her boyfriend. So when she was brought back to life, and this is spoilers, she was brought back to life right away after she passed. And she was very hungry. She knew who she was. She wasn't a dumb zombie. She wasn't a zombie that's been dead for a while, then brought back to life. She was literally brought back to life maybe 30 minutes after she died. And she remembered her boyfriend, and she was just super hungry. And to control that hunger, she caused herself massive amount of pain. And in her neck here, in this area, she weaves metal through her whole neck piece here. She has them through her nipples, and you literally see her push that through. You see the spikes out in her face, which are there. She's got shards of glass through her skin. So Klepto, thank you for that host. Mwah, thank you for that host. I appreciate it. It's a great movie, right? Extreme acupuncture, definitely is. But this is what she used to help control the cravings and not eat her boyfriend. There are some really cool zombie scenes in here as well. Some really cool zombie scenes. If you have not seen it, I suggest to go and see it. And now this is Return of the Living Dead 3. This is the last of her cosplay that we have. We have one other cosplay image, and for some reason it's not showing for you guys, which is very strange. Wanted to show it, but for some reason I can't seem to get it to show. Oh, there we go. This here. So she has no soul anyways, exactly. And she is a redhead. Soulless gingers. Yeah, this is extreme body modification, Miss Chicken Arms. Of what she did was extreme body modification. Definitely worth a watch. And again, you can watch her on Tubi TV. And here I am visiting the Red Riding Hood. Oh, very cool, very cool. I hope your Sunday is going well, Pew. What are you doing, kitten? Cosplay with the kids, yay! Cosplay is always fun with the kids. This movie made me think a little about necrophilia, and that's not good. Like, you start to think how you could microwave her, warm up the parts you need, warm logistics. Yeah. But that movie, that movie there, that's like a banned movie. That's hard to find. Trist, thank you so much for the auto host. Much appreciated. I noticed the hosts aren't connecting, or if they are connecting, they're connecting pretty late. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. There's been a delay in them.